Back to Creating Your Future with Amanda Malney. Today, I would like to share a story with you. A story that really illustrates that we have to be patient and we have to believe and trust that the law of attraction and creating through our thoughts actually work. And and you know what? It's a funny story because I teach this and I do it every day. And a lot of everyone that knows me from the Cloverdale Chamber, I'm very good at winning door prizes because I do actually focus and attract that because I always like to win the bottles of wine. And, so the other day I was going to a networking event and it was in Guildford and at the Sheraton. And I've never been there. And as I was sitting in traffic in my car, I thought to myself, okay, I intend for there to be free parking. I intend for there to be free parking. I intend for there to be free parking. And I was so focused and dead set that there was going to be free parking at this event. Okay. So, I do this every day. I know the law of attraction works. I know I create through my thoughts. I'm very good at it. I do it 24/7. And I had no doubt that it wouldn't work. Okay. Until I actually got to the parkade. So I get to the Sheraton and I go into the underground and I'm going to park. And all of a sudden I notice these signs that say pay for parking and, no need to display on dash. Remember your stall number. And I was like, what? I'm like, I intended for free parking. I'm like, what happened? Why isn't this working? Did I break the universe? I thought to myself. So as I got out parked, I remembered my stall number. And as I got out of my car and started walking to the pay station, I thought to myself, well, I intend for there to be free parking. And at the very least, I don't want to pay a lot for parking then. If I got to pay, fine. But I only want to pay like $1 or two, like not no $10 for the night, right? So as I get to the pay station, I get up close to it and all of a sudden I see this sign. It says, free parking for everybody coming to this event tonight. And I was like, oh my goodness, free parking. I did get free parking because I was going to that event. So there's an example on how we have to sometimes trust and believe and be patient that what we do want and what we are focused on is going to happen, and for a smidgen of a second, well, no, about maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes while I was looking for a parking spot. And then by the time I parked and then to walk up to the pay station to see this sign, I did doubt. And yet I was perplexed because I know I put all my focus on free parking. I didn't have a doubt in my mind, when I was creating the intention. I was holding the intention. I was being very focused on it. And I know that that works because I do it all the time. And I was thinking, whoa, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong? How come I'm not getting free parking? And when I did see that sign, what I realized is that I was lacking patience and belief that it was going to happen. And I started doubting myself. So it's so important that when we create these intentions for what we want to show up in our life, that we're patient, that we believe and we trust it's going to show up. So that way we're looking for it when it does show up, right? One intention that I always like to create every day, and that intention is I say to myself, I intend to see exactly how I created everything that shows up in my life. Again, I intend to see how I created everything that shows up in my life. And that's an important one because that intention actually really helps me to see where I create things that I may not necessarily have meant to create. So, for instance, today I had to go somewhere to drop something off. And as I was leaving the house, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be great if like the office was closed? Right. And I thought, and I left it at that. And then I turned on my music, drove down the road, and sure enough, I got to the office I was going to, and guess what? The door was locked. They were closed. And of course, for about 30 seconds, I was pretty upset until I realized that, oh, that was my last thought about this particular errand I had to run was that the office may be closed. Wouldn't that be great? So, to sit down and to really stop and take responsibility that our thoughts do create, and that even if something shows up in our lives that we didn't want, that somehow we had a thought that it may have happened, because if we do that, then we have the power to change it and to really create what we want, and most importantly, to have patience. Oh, definitely have patience. So anyways, I just wanted to share that story of how important it is to be patient, to trust, and to believe that these things are going to show up in your life. Anyways, again, I'm available for private one-on-one life coaching and counseling sessions. I specialize in helping people overcome depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress. My website is in the description below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video, and everybody have a patient day. Take care.